You just mentioned, Gavin, that the basis of all movement, religious movement, has been because of fear to be wiped out.
All religious movements, the hardline ones.
The hardline ones.
Yes.
My question is there a nexus between politics and religion?
Between
Politics and religion?
Politics.
Yeah, if there is a nexus between politics and religion, then I think the hardliners are being used by the politicians. What is your comment on that?
The hardliners are being used by the politicians for their purpose.
Oh, certainly, yes. Yeah, most certainly. That certainly is the case in the United States. And also politicians pander to certain religious parties in order to get votes. So certainly, I think that politics, I think you can be prophetic as regards politics. You can stand up and speak for right, for justice, for goodness, for kindness. But once you start sort of conflating a political party with God, so that God is on your side and not on the other side, I think you've lost the plot. Because God is for all people. God has made us all. We are all God's children. And so all this can be difficult. This is a difficult mix. And the abuse of religion in a political guise. So now a lot of these hardline, some of them at any rate, some called fundamentalist ideologies, are very, very political. You can see them as a religiously articulated form of nationalism, patriotism, or Zionism. The Zionist fundamentalism is very patriotic. Fundamentalism in Christianity in the United States is very, very much nationalistic. It's for America, and it wants to see a Christian America and a different kind of America from what there is, a more less tolerant, more strictly to the Bible, and they're working to get that. Inevitably, religion is going to merge with politics, but try to remember that God is not a politician. God sees everything from a different perspective. And our aim is to try to get that wider perspective as far as we can.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasant duty to share with you just a news item, if you like, and also to share with Dr. Armstrong a reference we made yesterday. 5 Al-Qaeda extremists arrested in Yemen were sentenced to death for their crimes. And instead of killing them, the Judge Hamoud al-Hitar of Yemen said, no, I will use dialogue. And he said to them a very simple proposition. We will have conversation with you about your readings of the Quran and our readings of the Quran. And if you manage to convince us, we will support your cause forever. But if we manage to convince you, you will renounce violence forever. It just so happened, ladies and gentlemen, that those people, in the space of the several months that they had dialogue over the verses that they talked about, it turned out that those that they had as proof texts, as out of context sentences memorized and brainwashed, were totally put aside by the other parts of the Quran and its message of compassion, wisdom. 100% of the people renounced violence and they turned over. I think ultimately it isn't killing that prevails or violence that prevails, it is the voice of wisdom that prevails. I think on that note, I realize my people have already given me the signal. Karen needs to be elsewhere. Her visa for this session is over. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.